Hey Taylor, another week completed here. Starting off with day one, we have my squats, which are at 5:30 for three and an RP7. This squat session went really good. Um, and I was thinking about all the cues that you told me before. Really filled my breath or fill my belt in with as much air as possible. Drive my upper back into the bar, hips and knees forward. Um, Definitely had more than three reps left in here. So it was really good squat session here. And then back offset, really good. I think I already told you before, but in an email, excuse me. Um, but yeah, I really was able to feel my glutes in this squat. So usually I kind of struggle. It's usually in my quads, but um, it's never really in my quads. But I could really feel my glutes working when I was squatting here. So same cues as before, filling my air out or filling up my belt out with as much air as I can. And really liking these 10 rep sets. I'm not sure if we're going to keep going with them, but liking them a lot. Um, yeah, this week has gone. I mean, the first 2 days of this week went really well, and then as the weeks went by, we'll get to that as we get moving on. Bench, I wasn't really happy with my bench press this week, but when I look back at the footage, it seems that everything, or the sets are moving pretty well, especially this 300 for 7, although this one was supposed to be at an RPE 7. But it was more kind of overshoot just a little bit, and it kind of felt like a 7.58. But bench is feeling pretty good. Something I've been struggling with this entire week, my elbows keep kind of sometimes winging out. I don't know if that means that my lats aren't tight enough and I need to have a better setup in my lats. But yeah, I guess this right here, day 2, this was the highlight of my week. This felt like amazing. Yeah, this was amazing. So that on the last rep, I kind of used my lower back to kind of get the weight going. I kind of didn't use my quads to break it off the floor. So that's why you see a little slight pause at the last rep. But other than that, it was honestly perfect. I could have done, I don't know how many more. But yeah, this is the final back off set at 580. I think on the 4th rep again, I had that same issue. I used my lower back to get the weight off the floor as opposed to quads. But overall, the set went pretty good. No complaints. This one right here is the close grip bench final set. I'm 2 fingers closer than my regular competition grip. Last week it was 3 fingers, but this week is now 2 fingers. Again, feeling really good on the bench press on that day. This is the tempo, so I'm having issues with tempo squats. Bracing, especially when I get to the bottom position, is very hard on me. I feel like how do I say this? Like I'm gonna break a blood vessel. Like my eyes are literally gonna pop out of my eyes. The weight was easy. Everything kind of felt easy. I think it would have moved a lot better if I wasn't focusing on my eyes so much, as opposed to focusing on kind of getting into the correct positions. So I was thinking maybe if it would be possible if we could do just a single rep at for the top set for the tempo squats, or maybe I just need to still keep getting used to it. I haven't broken a blood vessel yet, but it's always like every time my eyes are like, it's like it wants to pop. I don't really like that feeling, but I can push through it. It's not something that's like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I think I definitely can manage doing 1. 2 is like pretty tricky, but on that final rep, it's like my eyes are just, I don't know, they want to explode again. So this final set at 360, 7.5, I was kind of playing with the sets here. Let's see here. So some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty bad in terms of keeping to the 3-second count and pausing at on position for 2 seconds. Today was also a really long day for day 3. I woke up at like 6 a.m. and then I started my workout at like 5 p.m. or something like that. So yeah, I just had a really long day. By the time I got here, it was just like, kind of didn't want to be there, but I still managed to finish my workout. Yeah, again, here's another set of benching. At the time, I felt like I wasn't really doing a good job, but now that I'm looking back at it, it's moving pretty well. I set it at an RP 7.5, but I think that's appropriate too. I think that's appropriate. And here's the final back off set at 260 for 5. Again, sometimes my elbows keep like wanting to kind of like not flare out. Is it flare? I guess they want to flare out. So I think I need to do a better job keeping my lats tight. I think that's what I'm going to focus on my next bench press session. So these pause deadlifts, doing pause deadlifts instead of no pause deadlifts. These pause deadlifts were a little bit hard. I dropped it down about, I think, 20 pounds from last week. I don't remember. I think they could have been a little bit better, but I didn't have much downtime between day 3 and day 4 session. By the time I finished day 3 session, it was like 9 p.m. or something like that, and then I got back at Fortis or at the gym the following day for like, I think around 1. So, although I got like a lot of sleep, like 8 hours of sleep that night, but I feel like I needed, I don't know, a little bit more time to recover. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, really short time. Usually I have like more than, I guess, 12 hours between training sessions. I don't know. In this one, I think I only had like less than 12 hours. I don't know exactly. But yeah, and this is the 3 count bench press. This was my final set. I do need to do a better job of pausing here a little bit longer, but overall feeling pretty good. And yeah, that was another week completed. So yeah,